Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on today, the 15th of October, 2013. And by all means, it really is just an extremely dangerous and busy day out here in the Western Pacific. We have two typhoons, one making landfall over Vietnam. We're going to get to that in the second half of this update. First, we're going to talk about Typhoon Wipha, which is racing towards one of the largest metropolitan areas out here in the world. That's the Tokyo and the Kanto area. But also, just quickly want to touch in on, please do go check our partners at earthquaketachreport.com. Southern Versailles struck by a just absolutely massive and shallow earthquake this morning. It just occurred about an hour before making this update. Already 4 casualties have been reported in Cebu City. This is just some of the images coming out of that area. Numerous building collapses across southern Versailles, Cebu. I know by call, the entire island is completely out of power at this time, and it does look like we're just continuing to get reports out of this area. EarthquakeTachReport.com, though, they are continuing to stream updates, refreshing their page every about 10 minutes with something new on here. But a very dangerous situation still coming out of there, and I've noticed some limited reports because, yeah, the power is out in many locations. So please do go check them out. Let's talk about our Typhoon Wipha, though, passing towards the east of Okinawa. I actually asked this morning, is the storm going to be hitting Okinawa? And I know it's pretty breezy conditions there, so it may seem a little bit looming if you are out here, but no, it's actually passing towards the east, and right now it is heading towards the northeast central Japan. I know T-Core 2 has been put in place for those across coastal areas of the Kanto region in the U.S. military. Typhoon warnings have already been set up in many coastal areas as well. Good news is that at this time, that core center of circulation, the intense eye wall in the middle of this storm, is starting to break up, and we're starting to see the winds spread out from the center of circulation. So what this means is the winds have started to weaken. We went from a very strong typhoon to now just strong, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, in the last 12 hours. Still, it's packing some pretty intense winds up to about 80 knots. But the overall wind field has started to get spread out here because we have this frontal area coming in across Japan, which is starting to shear that northern periphery of this storm. So tropical storm strength winds are going to be seen all the way from Kyushu, possibly, at least coastal areas, that is, all the way up there towards Hokkaido and even along the Sea of Japan coast with those winds coming in from the northwest. So it is going to be a big wind maker, but more so a big rain maker. Taking a look at current radar actually out of western Japan, or just show the whole country. You just see this huge shield of rainfall extending across much of the Pacific coast here, and the center of circulation still well down here towards the south. So widespread totals between 200 to 300 millimeters of rain is very well likely, especially there in Shikoku in the Kii Peninsula extending over Shizuoka, because you're going to have that coming on shore, and it's a very serious risk of flooding in these areas, but also over towards Chiba Prefecture and also Kanagawa, where the storm is actually the center of circulation, which is expected to make landfall here early Wednesday morning. The center of circulation actually takes, or at least from JMA, takes that track right over Chiba Prefecture and then off there towards the northeast. I know we have a lot of people watching from the Yokosuka area as well. This is going to be skimming right near your location. And you can see here at 1600 UTC, let's just take a look at the intensity as it's basically directly overhead, 70 gusting up to 100 knots. I know that the T-core threshold for, or at least that they put out for destructive winds is 50, and this is going to have gusts up to about 100, so you got to double that. So fairly intense storm system, but even farther over towards the Tokyo area, I do expect tropical storm, and right near the coast, there is a chance of typhoon strength gusts as this storm whizzes by. And when I say whizzes because I know that's not a technical term, but it is going to be racing at a fairly fast clip. That is, that first image was about 6 a.m. This image is about 3 p.m. Just dramatic improvement. Let's back it up to right around 9 a.m. here, and this is actually right around noontime. Storm systems up there near Sendai, and you're actually going to be seeing some typhoon strength winds, but dramatic improvement behind it here across Tokyo and extending down there towards the Shizuoka area and over towards the Kii Peninsula. This very well, though, is going to be bringing some pretty heavy rainfall and strong winds near coastal regions across the Tohoku area. That is Sendai, extending down there towards Fukushima Prefecture and even farther there. there towards the south into Chiba. So we want to watch this. I mean, even over towards Hokkaido, we're going to be seeing the risk of some high waves. I know Miyagi's going to be seeing about 12-meter high waves right near the coast as well. So a big storm system, not just impacting western and central Japan, but northern Japan into the evening hours, or into the afternoon hours. We'll also feel the effects of this. And that's just the winds. If you do need to be out and about here on Wednesday, be sure to have a very, very sturdy umbrella with you. But I just recommend not going out and about. I do expect to see numerous I call them umbrella graveyards, which often occur during strong winds across Tokyo. Just people go out and then their umbrellas are demolished. And at this time, I have not seen any expectations of canceling work in Tokyo, so I do expect this storm system to move through right around rush hour. So yeah, it's going to be I wouldn't say dangerous, but it definitely there is likely going to be some injuries because this is just right around noontime. So we got lunchtime here, extremely heavy rain, gusty winds across the Kanto plain, and then this is still racing off there towards the northeast. If you have flights in and out of Tokyo on Wednesday, no, that ain't gonna happen. It just won't happen. So sorry about that. Stay safe out there with everybody with this one. Just want to quickly touch in on Nari, which has already made landfall right near Da Nang, Vietnam. Limited reports. It made landfall through the overnight hours here. Now moving off there towards the west, towards Laos. Still looking for more information coming out of here. So if you are watching from Vietnam, I'll be putting a full text update out later on today. But please do click the annotation on the screen. I have our latest video update, which is complete details on the effects of the storm and how it will continue to track off towards the west, bringing some heavy rainfall to not only Laos, but also northern Cambodia and eastern Thailand. And of course, our hopes are still out there with everybody who was just hit by this massive 7.2 magnitude earthquake. So stay safe out there, everybody, and thanks for watching.